I do
And we're
like that
back.
intro.
Yes, it's pretty good. I like it. I gotta put some music to it, but it's good for now. So hello, we're back. Uncanny Adventures here with some more Skull and Shackles adventures. Hello everyone. It looks like I got a new follow, so thank you, Pope World Build, for the follow. Thank you everyone. So we're back. Last time, 2 weeks ago, we played. Lots happened. There was well, the weather got a little bit uncomfortable, a little warm. Everyone maybe, a little overheated, but, there's still this curse lingering on the ship here. And Sandara really did her best. She was hoping to cleanse the ship and bring the crew together and end this curse that seems to be just plaguing everyone since Slippery Sill passed away unexpectedly on board. And things just don't seem to be going well. And I think a few people starting to think they might have someone to point a finger at. Somebody didn't seem like they were participating in the prayers and dancing and singing, so we weren't too happy. But
Like, what sort of D&D world are we in that we're gonna kill someone for not dancing? That's just peak D&D right
The
there.
best D&D world.
yeah,
What can you say?
it's pretty good. I mean, I think that in the D&D realms, people have died for much less. I think that we can be honest with that. People have probably died for
That's
much
fair.
less.
Yep.
So we're gonna go around and say hello to everybody, and then we're gonna see how things go today. If we can bring this crew but together in synergy, or I don't know, if it all comes crashing down around them. So why don't we start with Kat, since Kat wasn't here with us last time.
Hi, I'm Kat, also known as Caracat, and I play Antoinette de Jean, a storm sorcerer who, well, she's up to shenanigans. I think, I don't know who started the Curse of Slippery Sill. I don't know if it was me or Miri, but I feel like we've got a great synergy, which no one will believe we don't talk about outside the game. We don't make these plans. It just works. And I look forward to continuing the Curse of Slippery Sill today.
Fun times. And speaking of Miri, so Miri, how about you?
Hey, I'm Brad. I play Miri Watersong, the water tenacity wild magic sorcerer. And shenanigans, it will be the name of the boat eventually. We just gotta wrestle the control away from the captain and his non-participating cabin girl.
That's fair. And how about PaladinHulk?
Hi everybody, I'm PaladinHulk. I am a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday and Little Red Dot, and I am fully energized after a weekend of hanging out at Rollford Con. I'm ready to dive back into being a pirate who is also a paladin. My name's Holt, and I don't know anything about this cursed business. I think it's for real. I'm the only one who doesn't know, basically. So I'm really concerned because this is bad, Don't want to be cursed, so we're looking at all the options. And if it's really this cabin girl thing, well, we've got to do something. So it seems like a logical answer.
And how about our resident cook's mate? Hi, Dylan.
Hi, I'm Dylan, and I play Bartholomew Ignatius Seacaster, Sahwagon swashbuckler, and yeah, cook's mate of the Wormwood. So, hey, and I don't know anything about Slippery Sill's death at all.
Completely uninvolved.
Yep.
Your hands are clean.
They are, yeah.
Hmm.
I
hope so. I hope so. You do help make the food. I mean,
So, yeah, exactly.
It's kind of important. Your hands of anybody's are pretty clean. So yes. And hi, I'm Jeanette. I am the DM here for this crew of shenanigan-friendly pirates. And so last time, after all of this craziness happened, and everyone was slowly making their way down below decks to go to bed in the muggy, just hot, uncomfortable weather. Probably just, I mean, you spent a couple days just soaked from the storm that came through, and that you kind of almost are wishing for that now, as this hot, humid, just sweat, and it's kind of stinky in close quarters when people, have to deal with this. Antoinette, you kind of hung back, every time you thought about pulling something, it seemed like Miri had it covered yesterday. So you just kind of hung back and kind of kept your nose clean on that one. So
I mean, we're still anchored, aren't we?
Nope, the ship is back. It's back to sea, back sailing. It's made its way through the more shallow area, and it's actually kind of heading out more into open sea now. Like you've mostly cleared the slithering coast and are sailing now sort of an everyone's best guess is a decent southwesterly heading out into the open waters. So lots of open ocean to be seen now. But Miri, last time at the end of the session, as everyone is making their way to bed, you had messaged through the wall toward the captain's cabin where Tawny spends the majority of her time. You haven't seen her doing mostly anything else aside from occasional errands for the captain. And what was it you declared again through that wall, Miri?
That Slippery Sill was going to come and get her. Or the curse of, anyway.
Make a perception check for me. So you're not sure if it's just something that gets like knocked over by the movement of the ship, but you do maybe think you hear something clatter, but very, very faintly in response to this. But then there is just quiet from the room beyond, across the way, as the rest of you all head down to go to sleep for the night. And everyone else is down below decks. People are sort of stringing up their hammocks, kind of jockeying for position, for a better spot. Bart, you look around, Bart's already sound asleep. So, does anyone have anything they want to do this evening before you settle in and actually just nod off to sleep?
I'm just going to walk back to my hammock with a small smile on my face as I snuggle in with one eye open.
I'm gonna verbally complain about the cabin girl, whose name I immediately forgot. What is it?
Tawny.
It's
Tawny, right? About Tawny not dancing, and that I hope that Mr. Scourge is gonna punish her for it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that that's appropriate.
So when you're complaining about it, Badger, your friend, the older woman with the shaved hair that you healed her hand that time when she had young, she kind of looks over and she's like, "Oh, only one who's got any rule over that Tawny is the captain. She's got mostly the run of the ship. She doesn't upset him, does as she's told. I mean, she's been aboard with the captain probably longer than most of the crew that's here now."
That's probably why she's not dancing. She thinks she's above us all. Thinks she's better than us.
Oh, she definitely thinks she's better than us.
That's not right. Like, now that fucking curse is still active, If she'd only danced, we'd be rid of this whole mess. Like, it's just not right. And now if she gets away with it, that's even worse.
It's probably going to end up costing us. Now that whole thing didn't work, the next thing that's probably going to happen is we're going to have to throw anything valuable we have to the goddess so that she'll, maybe be appeased by it.
Yeah, that's not... Like, we don't got much as it is down here. That's not like we're rolling in gold.
No, but if we got to give it to the goddess so that we don't all die if the ship sinks or something, or worse, sea monster tries to eat us,
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm expecting next. We're going to wake up in the morning and something's going to be trying to eat us. I mean, it's coming.
I mean, I was hoping to spend some of this gold I got on, like, you know, a party or something, or like stuff.
Oh, the way things are going, it's probably going to be down at the bottom of the sea.
Damn it. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sandara, how much gold is it going to take to appease the goddess? Do you know?
Sandara looks up and she says, you really can't put a number on these things. I mean, you really have to consider for yourself. What do you feel is a proper gift to someone who you're asking to keep you safe and protect you and see you have better fortunes, perhaps? Parting with your current worldly means that down the road you'll just be better off by, tenfold.
It sounded a bit familiar, back in the old neighborhood, because I lived on the streets, lots of criminals. I think we had a name for this sort of thing, where you paid someone for protection, and then they just didn't do anything.
Oh, but the goddess does a great many things. I mean, how many days have you been at sea and you're still alive and you look in relatively good health? And I mean,
but is that her, or is that just because no one's wanting to kill me?
Is
right
it
now,
not her?
hopefully.
How do you know it isn't her?
I don't know. I'm confused now. Is it actually her? Like, for real?
I believe it's her.
Son of a bitch. Fine. Like, how much gold do I got?
I no need to give up your gold. 'Tis the captain of the ship that has to give up their gold.
The captain should, yes.
You really think he's going to do that?
If he doesn't want to sink to the bottom with the rest of us, he will.
I don't know. I've never known a rich man that wanted part of his money. You got to take it by force.
Well, it depends on if the captain's got any real gold on board. We haven't done much as far as piracy since I came on board. Mostly have been making our way through from Port Peril. Just like with you, I was only here a little bit before. So if he acts like any other pirate captain I've heard of, he's probably got a place that he keeps most of his wealth that's not on board the ship, because we all know it's pretty easy for other pirates to try to attack your ship and take what you have. So it's better to keep your wealth in various locations to keep it safe.
I don't know. I still think he needs to give it up.
Well, I mean, that may be something I have to discuss with him. But he's, been on the sea a long time, from what I can tell. I'm sure if he sees it as more important than us all sinking to the bottom, then he may be willing to. Just depends on what he has.
I don't think he'd be willing to.
I, on the other hand,
would give up everything I had to keep the rest of the crew safe.
You see Badger. Badger looks at you and goes, Badger's like, and how much do you have?
Yeah, and that over. If you're so eager to part with your gold, she's right there.
I've got about 25 gold or so.
Or me.
I'll make sure it goes to the goddess, my friend. And Badger just smiles, toothy smile, and puts out her hand. Sandara's shaking her head.
I don't give it up that easy.
Well, does the actual goddess have to come down from the heavens to ask you? Is that what has to happen?
No, but it's more than giving it to Badger.
Well, no, you'll give it to me, and then I'll give it to the goddess, and you could think of me as the middleman.
I don't think so, Badger. Nice try.
Maybe next time.
Or maybe not.
Now let me ask you this. Will you be offended if you should pass on to the next life if I acquired your worldly wealth?
Oh, I think the rest of my crew that came with me should divvy up whatever I have left.
Well, let's not get in a generational muck. We're all one crew. So
See?
if you die, which
Or-
hopefully you won't, we'll
or
just
divide
divide
it
it amongst
among all of
all
you.
of us.
That works.
Can I be the, what's the word? The exadent, the exament, the one that's in
The
charge of your
executioner.
stuff.
Yeah,
No,
the executioner.
I mean, she
Of the
smiles.
will, right? That's what it's called.
That's it. I'll be your executioner, Miri.
Oh, the executioner? I don't think so.
Yeah, what
Is that
Holt
not
said.
right?
The executor, maybe, but not the executioner. I don't want to die by your hand.
That doesn't sound right. What the heck is an executor?
She looks
I
at her
think they run
hands and goes,
companies.
"They're pretty good hands, though, and they're all like calloused and like rough."
You can have the shiniest coin.
I'll take it.
Holt could be
There
my
you go.
executioner.
Right. This was foreshadowing that she's going to kill you because she's now your executioner.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
From underneath one of the hammocks, like this little halfling face pops out, and it's the rattiest little face, and it's like, how do I get on the list for that?
I mean, everyone's on the list. No, he just said we were going to divide every. Like, if some of us perish, all that stuff goes to everyone else. So, like, it's divided fairly, hopefully.
I'll
Yes.
arm wrestle you for it. He
For
holds
my
out.
share?
He puts out like, and he's got rather long arms for a halfling, and his left arm like he puts out, and then he's like holds out his right arm, and he's missing the three middle, like his middle finger, his pointer finger, and then the finger next to the middle finger, and he's just like, all right, I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Well, what happened to your fingers there, mate?
They got bit off by a shark.
Really? That is a
shark
badass
or-
story.
A shark or a sahagween?
Bart
He
rolls
looks.
over
He
in
looks
his
at
hammock.
Bart. He smiles and he's like, "I was
It's
so
pronounced
tasty."
a hooligan.
Yeah, I was so tasty. He ate 3. You want to try?
To eat your finger? I'm going to give that a pass.
All right.
No, thank you.
Maybe some other time. I mean, no.
But we're all in agreement. When she offs him, and he points at Miri, then we're splitting up his gold evenly, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good with that then. That's good.
Yeah, and the same is true for everyone here. If I die, you get my stuff. All of you. He dies, she dies, even distribution.
You got that big coin purse. Hey, Badger.
I do, right.
If you're gonna off anybody first, go for that one, cause he got
Please
the bigger
don't.
coin. What?
And I'm gonna be like 50 gold lighter next morning, giving it all to the fucking goddess. Get rid of this damn curse anyway.
Well, I'm telling
As far
you,
as I know, that's just basically tossing it overboard.
I'm telling you, Holt, it won't work unless the captain does it.
It's true.
So he's got to hand
That
it
is
to
the
the
way of the
captain,
sea.
and the captain's gonna throw it. Is what you're saying?
Along with all of the
yeah,
captains.
that's probably what's gonna happen. The captain's gonna take our gold and
That's
then toss
fair.
it overboard.
He probably will.
He has to include all of his own.
Well, he'll probably say that all of our gold also belongs to him.
Well, that's
Well,
all right.
technically,
Maybe.
when you're part of a pirate crew, everything on the boat belongs to the captain. I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of how this goes. You know.
Only with this captain.
Should be, but
Well, no, it's everybody. But there's captains that are more generous, and there's captains that are more not generous. And there's captains that are just not really good captains.
Well, we haven't had any loot to divide, so I don't really know how generous our captain is.
Oh, well, while we're in open waters, almost to the shipping lanes. I mean, couple more days maybe. We should run across some ships at some point, and then, whoo boy, you know, there's the ropes and the swinging and the swords and the cutlasses and cannons and
Right.
yeah, you know,
We should definitely
put
get some
stories are
practice
made
in.
of.
we put chum in the water, and it brings in the sharks, And then if you knock some of the other people's crew into the water, the sharks deal with them.
But that's for both sides. Like,
Well, that's
Shouldn't
why
we
you
just
don't
not do
fall
that?
in the water. Where do you think this happened? Where do you think this happened? It just fell in the water.
What if we
First-
just don't do that, and then if the other side lives, we just capture them and add them to the crew?
Well, we capture what's left, but the ones that fall in the water, you probably didn't want them to come along in the first place.
Yeah, to be fair, bringing the sharks in sounds pretty cool. I mean,
Cool, yeah. I mean, I've never seen a shark, except you. But like, you don't count because you're not a real shark.
it's true.
See,
I've seen a couple sharks.
ooh, yeah. See, I seen one real up close. Like I was supposed to go across on the
Blade
rope.
your fingers.
Well, I was supposed to get all the way across on the rope, and then something happened to the rope, and next thing I know, I'm hanging upside down by my feet tied by the rope. And, oh, hey, Mr. Shark, and there goes my fingers. They pulled me up before it bit my head.
Hey, so how big is this shark? Because I've heard a lot of fishermen's tales, and some say it's like this big, and then some say it's like a whale.
He
What is
holds
it?
out his super duper long arms, and he's like, I mean, to me it was like super huge. Like, I mean, bigger than that guy, pointing at Bart. It would have ate you whole.
Dang. All right.
So don't fall off the ropes is all I'm saying. Don't fall off the
Boys,
ropes.
Sandara, you're like a sea cleric. Do you like have power over sharks?
Well, I don't have power over specific sharks. I could summon a shark to help me if I was in need of a shark for a bit of time.
And would that shark be nice and not eat us?
It would be nice to me and whoever I told it not to eat.
Cool.
Didn't know you could summon sharks.
Well,
But like the goddess is in charge of sharks, right?
yeah, it's pretty much the goddess. It's not so much like, have you ever heard of the Mother of Monsters? It's another deity worshipped. Anyway,
Yeah.
So the Mother of Monsters sort of is like the, supposedly the creator and the protector of all these monsters, and they do her bidding. Whereas the goddess, our goddess, she's more of the, I'm bigger and badder than you are, and if you make me angry, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. And so you're just going to get in line and do as you're told, because otherwise we're going to have a problem, goddess.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sounds
I
about
mean,
right.
that does sound like a shark because they're big and they'll just eat you because they're bigger than you. So
I've seen little
So
sharks
if-
as well.
So they are that big.
They can be.
So, like, if I give you 10 gold, can you, like, pray to the goddess for the sharks not to eat me or the rest of the crew and, like, only focus on the other people?
If you give 10 gold to me to pass on to the goddess, I will pray for you. But I do suggest that you pray for yourself as well. Having
I'm not a cleric. That's like...
But the
your prayer's
relationship
got
with
to
the
be, like,
goddess
10
is...
times as effective.
Well, you need to start your own personal relationship with the goddess here, Holt.
So, like, if I give her 10 gold, how does that work? Do I just toss it overboard?
Yes, go up on deck, you take your 10
That
gold.
feels like such a waste. How do
But
I know
is it
she's
though?
even listening? What if that other goddess catches it, the one with the monsters?
Well, if you wake up in your bed and you're being eaten by a big greasy monster, you know that it probably went the wrong way. However, if you wake up in your bed and you find the big greasy monster dead from a heart attack on the ground, well, then things went well.
Well, maybe I'll save it for when we actually summon the sharks with chum. I'll just toss it at the sharks. That's got to be the most effective,
That might work. Sure.
right?
Sharks are known for their love of money.
No, but like the symbolism of the thing.
No, yes.
I don't think the sharks are going to spend it.
They might. I mean,
Speaking of, what do gods spend gold on? Do they have like a market?
it's a good question.
It's not so much that the goddess would spend your gold. It's that your gold in this world, gold is a valuable thing. Having a lot of gold makes people powerful, makes them have influence, lets them have the things they want. People covet gold. If you part with this thing that's so important to so many others freely, willingly, and you give it away because you have that much trust and so much faith, that's a big thing. I mean, it doesn't even just have to be gold. It can be something that you own that's valuable to you for personal reasons. It can be a special weapon you carry, some armor that meant something. Bart's hat, and she smiles. It's very important to Bart,
Right.
as mine is to me, and she tips her hat.
So
Well, then you guys
next
should
time you
donate
pray,
your
you're
hats.
going to toss your hat overboard?
I'm not planning to toss mine overboard. Mine was a gift from the goddess.
But doesn't that make it extra valuable and therefore a perfect gift?
She doesn't
Like,
want it
that
back.
shows that you really like it.
You can't re-gift a hat to the goddess. I mean, that's kind of
You don't
Right,
want to. You don't
that's
want to give
also
away a
true.
gift that the goddess gave you. That would be.
This whole praying business is really complicated.
It
It's
is.
extremely complicated. You are correct. Faith is an intangible thing, and you just have to find your own way to believe in it.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm tired from all the dancing. I'm just going to sleep now.
Yes.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Perhaps the quicker we fall asleep, the quicker we'll find loot. Get rid of this curse.
So everyone goes off to bed,
Indeed.
sleeps for the evening.
No, I would quickly like to,
Oh.
about 7, 10, however many sessions ago, Antoinette had this fantastic idea to hide a barrel of gunpowder.
She did. She did, in fact, have
She
this
did.
really
Did.
interesting idea.
She would like to check that the barrel is still where she left it, which I believe is somewhere in the bilge.
Yep. So the barrel you hid in the bilges, you sort of rigged it up so it was hidden, but up above water level, so it wouldn't get super soaked. So the entrance to the bilges is a trap door about midway down this lower hold where everyone's sleeping in the floor, and it's
Oh.
closed currently, so everybody's in
Did
this
not
room
realize.
sleeping over the trap door.
From recollection, is it a squeaky door at all, or
I mean, it's
takes some effort
sometimes
to open,
sticks.
if I recall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because it tends to swell in the space sometimes.
makes sense? Okay, I will obviously in that case forgo that and do that at another point. I think next time that maybe in the morning when everyone goes up. But yeah, okay, I will also go to sleep. I've had a busy anything, so time to sleep.
All right, so you all drift off to sleep. It's a bit of a restless night. In fact, everybody just do me a favor. Roll me a Constitution roll for me. Let's see how well you sleep, as it's muggy and uncomfortable and just warm, like extremely hot. It's kind of stinky down here.
A roll or a saving throw, Jeanette?
Just a roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah, cat. So there you
Yeah,
go.
sorry.
My
you need
bonus
to
is the
take
same for
second one.
both.
Nice. All right, so Miri and Miri and Miri. Wait, oh, that's perception. Hang on. Did you roll one?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'll do that now.
All right, so Miri.
Oh, it's a save. That doesn't matter. Same thing.
Oh, it does. Yes.
It's the same thing.
Okay, so you actually kind of have a restless night and don't sleep so well. So you wake up with one level of
Slippery
exhaustion.
Sills ghost is in your mind.
Mm. As
Sorry, carry on.
it's as everyone's kind of waking up in the morning, and there's some others amongst the crew that seem also just kind of stressed a little bit and a little bit extra tired as the ship's bell starts sounding from up above for the day to start. Like, there's a lot of grumbling going on as people are really just unhappy.
So I jump straight out of my hammock and go, well, that was a good night's sleep. Ah, that was fun. Ah, isn't it a wonderful day today? Let's all go up top.
I'm going to pick up a little piece of pebble or something along those lines and throw it at her.
Do I notice it coming at me?
Well, make me a, just roll. You won't have proficiency with it. So roll, to throw this pebble at Antoinette.
Just a D20 then?
And your dex.
Okay.
If you have a dex modifier.
Yeah.
What is your armor class, Antoinette?
11.
So you are pinged, and you just kind of, ow! Something comes flying from amongst the various hammocks that are being rolled up.
Can I have a look around to see where it came from?
I'm going to
Miri.
wave.
I'm watching you.
Uh-huh. Quit bragging about your sleep.
So I want to go, right, let's go all up on top, and I want to sort of, like herding cats, herd everyone out of this room.
I'm going. God,
Whilst
you're
sort of
enthusiastic
slowly
today.
staying behind. And yeah, so when everyone's gone, is everyone gone?
So you're
No.
trying to very stealthily stay behind? Do you wanna roll me like a stealth check to sort of
Absolutely.
slip back?
I am being very, very slow.
I am really
Just
stealthy, you guys. I'm
slowly
totally not
packing my
staying
stuff up
behind.
and stowing it. I'm just being really slow and tired.
Those that are moving upstairs are eyeballing Antoinette like a couple people
Think she
kind of
just
like.
wants-
I'm
She's just
whispering
gonna
to
poop in
myself.
peace, I think. Like,
I understand that entirely.
So people are noticing that I'm staying behind.
They just seem to notice
I've
that
just
you're
given
kind
you
of
a cover story, so you're welcome.
ushering. Yeah, and a Holt helps you out a little bit. So Miri's taking his time. What about Holt and Bart? Do you
I'll head
follow
upstairs.
upstairs? All right.
Yep, I'm upstairs. I want to talk to Mr. Scourge about seeing Tawny punished.
Tawny. So everyone pretty much goes up, and you're left, Antoinette, with a very slow Miri just sort of slowly winding a hammock up and taking his time.
Oh, okay. I also, too, very, very slowly wrap my stuff up. And then I move this one thing to this other side, and this other thing through the other side, and
This shouldn't be.
and then
Good thing you have a lot of stuff.
yeah, and then I take off my one boot and I sort of shake it all out because I think there might be a stone in there for some reason, and then I very slowly put it back on.
You pick up so
Jeez,
many rocks
Antoinette.
on, when you're on the ocean.
Exactly.
True.
What was that,
For-
Mary?
For all that wonderful sleep you got, you're being awful. Oh, slow.
I would take off my other boot, but that has a slippery silk knife in it, so I can't do that one. I sort of do my hair. I'm just waiting for you to leave, Miri.
I don't want to go up on deck. That means more work. I'm tired.
Fine, I go up to deck.
Antoinette leaves the hold, Miri.
Exasperated is how I'm leaving.
How heavy are your footfalls?
What, mine?
Yes, as you leave.
I want to kind of make it very stealthily, but considering how I rolled, I don't think I'm very stealthily. Not with a natural one, so I think I'm very stealthy, sure.
I just wander slowly behind, taking my time.
Oh, now you leave. I don't say this in character.
So I can't be the only one left down here. Then I'd get in trouble. If there's at least two of us here, then, we can always come up with a good reason to be here. But only one? That's a bad news.
Yeah.
So, as Miri and Antoinette are taking their time this morning, the rest of the crew makes their way up onto the deck of the ship. And as you all pass out of the door at the top of the stairs now into the sunlight, it is just beating down. There's no real cloud cover in the sky. It is like just hot and uncomfortable. And you see just people like looking around like, oh, when is this heat gonna break? You see Fish Guts is already up on deck and he's like giving extra water rations and maybe a salt pill or two because of the heat. And everyone's, you're all at this point, it's been enough time that people kind of start moving to their respective groups to get their tasks and things for the day. So the riggers kind of move over and find Mr. Plug. The swabs go over and sort of gather around, waiting for Mr. Scourge to come down. And, well, Bart, you get to report to Fish Guts, who's standing over there handing out some biscuits and things, too.
Me.
You've got the best boss.
I do. It's true.
And when you do come out, Bart, and kind of wander over, Fish Guts seems like he's pretty solid this morning. He still has the chicken sitting on his shoulder, but he's you notice he's less glassy-eyed this morning. You think maybe with the heat, he's maybe sweated out a lot of the alcohol. And he seems quite sober today, as he sort of gives you a look and nods and just wipes his brow. Because Fish Guts is a very big guy, so this heat is not something he enjoys.
I say hello to the chicken.
The chicken kind of puts its head up and then pokes at your fingers.
Oh.
And then pokes at Fish Guts' head. He's, oh, yeah, such a good boy. You should, I think the parrot's somewhat lonely up there. Have you considered making friends with it? It just sits up there. It looks a little, looks like it's, little not doing so well in the heat either.
I'm not sure how to befriend a parrot, honestly.
Well, same way I befriended a chicken.
Food?
Magic.
Food helps.
Magic
Conversation.
Helps too, huh. Huh, I could do that. It's true.
I mean, better than that poor bird just sitting up there by itself. I feel bad
It's
for
true.
the thing.
It all just has that skeleton. Not the best company.
I mean, if you're not one for conversation, he's great for company, but otherwise, you should really,
Can I take one of the biscuits?
Sure.
And, I want to see about, getting within 30 feet, let's say, of the parrot.
Mm-hmm.
For no reason. And can I try and cast Animal Friendship on it?
Oh.
Holding out the biscuit?
Animal Friendship.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Why did you wait so long?
I don't know. I didn't think about it before Fish Guts brought it up. Listen, I've never thought about. Oh yeah, I could have a parrot in a pirate game. Duh.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What is the saving throw for this?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. All right.
I don't know what a parrot's wisdom score is, but
Maybe he's looking for a friend.
Maybe.
So he gets a 9.
Well, he'd fail against my DC. Right?
Ooh. So you cast your spell, and you you sense that the magic takes hold as you hold out the ship's biscuit in your hand, and you see the parrot cock its head and look down at you, and kind of look the other way again. It looks down inside the cage at the skeleton. It's like, and it sort
Dead men tell no tales, my friend.
tell no tales, and it sort of flaps off the cage and flies down and lands on your hand and starts poking at the biscuit. Hello.
I look at Fish Guts and I point at the parrot like, oh, it worked.
Hello. Fish Guts
Hello.
like looks at you a little surprised and looks at the parrot. Well, I didn't think it would happen. You're a natural.
Literally right now, yeah.
Look at you. Parrot,
Just
like,
a chick magnet, you know?
it looks at you. It's like, hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
My name's Bart. What's your name?
Pluck.
Pluck. Oh my goodness. Well, I won't pluck you, my friend. Yeah. And I'll put the biscuit like on my shoulder so it sort of walks off onto my shoulder and can eat it.
It kind of hops up on your shoulder and then looks a little awkwardly at the biscuit and then hops up on your head and leans over and starts eating the biscuit from your
all
head.
right. Whatever you want, Pluck. Whatever you want.
Food. Food. Munch,
Well,
munch,
plenty
munch.
of food. Don't worry.
It like as it kind of chokes a little
Oh,
on
God,
dry
don't choke.
biscuit, and then it swallows it down, and flaps its wings and looks around, and kind of settles on your head.
All right. Please don't poop on the hat. Thank you.
You need to put a door in the hat now for Pluck to walk in and out of. You notice now that you're kind of closer to him, he does look kind of a bit of a mess. He's like missing a few feathers and things here and there. So he looks like he's had a bit of a hard time.
I'll take care of him. I don't know how to care for a parrot, but I'll try my best. I'm sure Fish Guts chicken grooming stuff will help. I don't know. His experience.
He sits up there for a minute, and then you feel like his foot like tap on your head. Biscuit, dumbass, biscuit.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, we can get more biscuits for you. I
Biscuit.
do work in the kitchen. That shouldn't be too hard.
He starts bounding from one shoulder to the other shoulder and back up onto your hat. So the rest of you see Bart making friends with this really just
Acrobatic
ragged-looking parrot. It's bouncing around in his head and poking at him and starts calling him names. And I won't use all the words, but it really rolls into like quite a good vocabulary that's questionable at best. Somebody spent a lot of time teaching Pluck some very foul language.
All right.
And he now that he has someone to
My
talk
kind of
to.
parrot.
Yes, now that he has someone to talk to, he's expressing himself as he gets comfortable, especially on the brim of the hat. You notice like it bounds to the front of the brim and will lean over and look Bart right in the eyes and use some very choice words to see a reaction, and then pops back up and rests for a little bit before it tries again.
With all that foul language, that parrot might get along with that chicken pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah.
The chicken moves from Fish Gut's shoulder when it's close to the parrot to the other one, like almost like this is a territory thing. You better watch out.
Chicken's a prude.
They're kind of eyeballing each other a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, the rest of you have all sort of grouped up as you watch this. As you get your biscuits, your salt pills, and your water rations for the day, and they start handing out your tasks as they do usually. I will have everyone roll a d6 to see what they're tasked to do today.
Hope I get something easy. 'Cause I'm tired.
Ooh, 6.
All right, let's see. So, Miri. You are very disappointed when Master Scourge looks in your direction. He kind of gives a squinting look. He smiles his golden toothy grin. He's like, "You're real good at doing the whole running of messages there. So I'm gonna have you do that again today."
Do I have to?
He cocks an eyebrow. Yes.
Of course I have to. I understand.
You awake?
I'm kind of awake.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't sleep well last night. It was a long night.
No. That's
But
terrible.
I'll take care of the messages. That's fine.
That's right. You better take care of the messages. And if anything doesn't get relayed and I hear about it, Miri.
Yes, Master Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you say.
That's right. Whatever I say. You got it. Looks around. He eyeballs.
As he turns around, his head away from me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Shape Water to put ice underneath him.
Master Scourge.
Here we go.
So he turns around and he is starting to say to Antoinette, "This one looks a little exhausted. I think he needs a hand with his task today." And then the ice forms under his feet. And Master Scourge, let's see, dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
He his one foot, like his left foot, slides a little bit, and he just rolls his eyes upward. Not again! And he just sort of
Master Scourge?
stands there and balances himself very, very carefully. Like, it's actually impressive. When he's not falling on his ass on the ice, he's actually somewhat of a very agile person. And he just sort of holds himself steady, and he's like, "I'm so done with this. It's freaking hot, sweltering, and there's no reason for ice." And he just looks around at everybody. Who is responsible for this happening over and over and over?
What do you mean? It's that fucking curse, right?
It's slippery sill, Master Scourge.
I
thought
don't
we went over this
believe
yesterday.
in that stuff. No
What
one.
else is it?
What other explanation can there be?
Oh, there's plenty of explanations for shenanigans.
Look, you want to be angry at someone, you can be angry at Tawny because she didn't dance, and that's why we're still having this bullshit.
Altani's
What are you
fault.
talking about?
Remember yesterday we all danced, you danced, I danced, even the captain danced. But not Tawny. And that's why it didn't work.
Well, where was Tawny?
Well, where
I
she
don't
always
know.
is, in the captain's quarters. Just,
Not dancing.
sitting around or whatever she does in there. I'm quite mad about that.
Well, that's something you'd have to take up with the captain. If he didn't, already tell you he doesn't like talking to the rest of us.
But aren't
Tawny
you
reports to him.
You're in charge of discipline, right?
I'm
You're
in
the one
charge
who
of
keeps
disciplining
order.
you. And you. And you. And my discipline hand's real tired because I haven't had a chance to do any real good discipline lately.
No reason for you to, Master Scourge.
Hmm.
We're all doing our jobs.
Are you, though? Things are slacking off. Do you know what happens on a crew when people are slacking off? When people are pulling pranks? When people are messing with the workings of a good crew? Do you know what happens?
Everyone
Bad
has
things.
more fun. Oh,
bad
right,
things
that
happen.
one. Not the more fun part.
No. Ain't you ever heard part of the old pirate code?
No,
When
what's
a-
that?
When a pirate's got beef with another pirate on the crew, you leave that beef till you're on dry land. And then
That's a good
you
rule.
settle your beef. 'Cause when you settle your garbage on the seas, and you're not come together as a crew, and you don't do as you're told from the people who know better than you, and the people who know better don't gotta tell you why they know better. They just know better.
But, you know,
So-
I've never really been that much of a fan of this whole delayed gratification, you know? I like results.
I have a question, Master Scourge. So,
What?
if we can't have beef on the ocean, is that why we have pigs downstairs?
That's probably why.
That makes sense. Okay.
Sounds like it. Must
Also,
be.
look, cows are huge. Have you ever
Very
seen
smart.
one?
Very smart.
It's hard to keep beef on a boat.
It's true. I mean, especially when it's hot like this.
Right.
You just
haven't
see
seen
him
ice in ages.
clenching. He's
I
clenching.
forgot. I should give, like, Owlbear some water. He's been down there for hours. And yesterday as well. Has anyone
you-
been to take care of Owlbear?
What are you doing with
Last
Owlbear? Owlbear is somebody else's responsibility,
Well, whose? Then?
not yours. Wait,
Oh, I like him.
why?
No, he's friendly.
He's a big brute who likes to punch things.
Yeah.
So?
Some of us kiss with our lips, some of us kiss with our fists. You know? I don't even have lips. You know? Well,
I don't know what
we
that
don't have one
means.
choice.
Can I bring him a bucket of water, please? Just
Make
not
a-
real quick.
Make a persuasion check.
I want this to work.
I do too.
Persuasion. There we go.
It's
Aw.
like he doesn't need to be watered. He's not a plant or a tree. He'll be fine. It'll do him some good.
Will you
he'll
bring
be
him
more
some water?
What?
Well, I mean, you're in charge of us all, right? You take care of us.
I'm not in charge of Owlbear.
Oh my god. Master Scourge.
What?
It's red again under you. Slippery Sill is back.
He just looks down. He says, "Well, do you know what I think? I think if she wants to get me, she can try."
I think you should have let Holt take care of Owlbear. Slippery
Told
Sill's
ya.
trying to tell you something.
Told you,
What does
Owlbear.
Slippery
Do I
Seal
need-
care about Owlbear? That doesn't sound like her.
I mean, she was one of Mr. Plug's favorites, right? And Mr. Plug takes care of Owlbear. Yeah?
She wasn't
Does he?
Mr. Plug's favorite.
Oh, well. I'm new here. I don't know much about the relationships.
That's right, you
On the
don't.
ship.
That's
Sorry,
why you
sir.
should keep quiet and you maybe pay attention and learn something if you do as you're told.
I'll do my best, sir. I don't have any ears.
You don't
You
have.
know, I've never noticed that about you.
Turn
I mean,
your
not
head.
like
Let me see. Oh my God, you don't have any ears.
I told you, sir.
It's a good
Why
thing
don't you have
need
any
glasses.
ears?
That's just how my mother made me, I suppose. I'm not sure, sir.
We need to have a talk with your mother.
I'll try and find her, sir.
You do that.
Suddenly glad I'm an orphan.
I'm an orphan too.
All right,
Of course I
enough
know.
with
No
everybody's
profession.
sob stories. You, he points at Miri. You're running. You, he points at Antoinette. You're making sure he's running. If he doesn't run, you're in trouble. If he's in trouble, you're both in trouble. So that's your job. He takes off his hat and fans himself for a minute and then puts his hat back on. He's like dripping now with sweat and just agitated. He
Maybe you
looks-
should sit on the ice.
I bring him some water.
He, you know, when you say that, Miri, he actually is going to haul off and try to kick you. So, first he's going to roll another dexterity check because he is in fact still standing on the ice.
Red ice, as a matter of fact.
That's right.
So,
All I'm going to do is curl up into a ball.
what's your spell DC? Because I used that for the DC for this.
12.
All right. So he does slide a little bit, but he stays on his feet, and he is just going to try to give you a solid boot because he just looks aggravated. So he's just kicking you with his boot. Completely whiffs, and because it's a 1, I'm going to make him roll again to stay on his feet.
Oh my god.
With disadvantage.
Yes. He skitters and slides a little bit. He doesn't fall. He like throws an arm out, and because he was looking, let's say, at Bart's ear, he like grabs onto Bart's shoulder and keeps himself up. It's like, go get to work. He
I hand him the
seems
glass
to
of
have
water
lost his
from, like,
temper.
a safe distance.
I'll slowly stand up and start walking towards where the first message of the day is expected to be.
All right.
And lean
so,
against the wall.
Meanwhile,
Smile on my face.
Fish Guts leans into Bart and he says, "Hey,
Yes.
you know how first couple days on board ship you did some turtle hunting?"
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I want you to try that again. Because I'm really
Okay.
fancying me some turtle stew. Plus, I've heard this rumor that there's some more requests for some turtle shell items.
Oh.
And so
Okay. I can do
you're
that.
gonna
Sure.
handle that. So we need you to hunt for some more of them leatherback sea turtles out there. You know,
I'll do
get
that
your
too.
treble hook, get your harpoon, make sure you have your net. Yeah. So that's
No
your job.
problem.
Now don't screw it up, because Mr. Plug's real excited for turtle soup. And I've heard if you don't bring back a good haul, he's probably going to stick you down in the bilges in this heat.
Okay. Well, I'll try to get turtles then. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're going
Thank you
to
for warning
handle
me.
that. Good man. Good man.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Pluck?
Pluck's like, turtle! And the chicken just eyeballs Pluck. Jury's still out on whether or not the chicken thinks Pluck's okay. There may be some more animosity here on the crew now.
Uh-oh.
And Mr. Plug wanders down and
First,
looks
does
over.
Mr. Scourge accept the glass of water that I offer him?
Let me see if he notices you offer it. He's very distracted.
Yeah, I know.
at
He's
the
super
moment.
pissed off. So I'm just,
Very.
I'm being real careful to, not get within kicking distance.
So he does notice it, and without saying much, you just see him like scoop up the water, and like he doesn't drink it so much as he douses himself and wipes his forehead and kind of pushes the cup back into your hand.
I
just
don't
sort of-
say anything. I just slowly back off and go back to my duties.
He clomps away. And Mr. Plug is sort of there as you back up, going back. And he says, Have you had enough entertainment, Holt?
Yes,
Because there's work to do now.
of course. What would you like me to do today?
Well, it's quite a hot day, and looks like most of the crew didn't fare too well overnight. So I can't really trust anyone with important jobs who's not 100%. Do you agree?
That does sound fair.
So I'm going to have to put you on mainsail duty today.
All right. I think I remember how to do that.
You know, you raise the sail, you lower the sail. You make sure we don't get killed if the wind picks up the wrong way. We don't get dashed on the rocks. You need to be on point for this. People can die if you screw up this job.
No, I've got a good night's sleep, and I've had my water. I think I'll be all right.
Gives you a really hard, serious look. You know, there's a little bit of sheen of sweat on his face, but he just is like, he seems like he doesn't let this bother him. Like, discomfort, he's not going to worry about it. And he's still wearing... He doesn't look tired. He looks, you know, like
he wants to kill something because he's, you know, a horrible person.
Well, I mean, make me an insight check. Since you are kind of he's kind of in your face at the moment.
Okay. Insight.
Very nice.
Wow, wait.
He doesn't look tired, but you do get the impression he's extremely agitated. Nearly, maybe even on edge. There's something that's just got him unsettled. You know when someone is very much out of their comfort zone? And this is a guy who the first couple days, like, he prides himself on looking, you know, good, and he really is, it's important to him, like, that he's in this position of authority, and he just seems really kind of put off right now. Like, you can just see it. He's a bit, maybe there's a twitch to it, and just, he's not his usual, like, straight, clean, kind of settled self. Like, the cockiness has been replaced by this tension underneath for him. So he's spun up. But he's trying to keep it on the low key. It's a bit of a hot day.
Right. Well, I'm back at work.
Yes, you should. And he sort of turns and kind of strolls away toward the back of the ship, looking around, kind of eyeballing up into the rigging, keeping an eye on individuals. Looks up, concha bar's up in the crow's nest. He's got the magnifying, he's like looking through the spyglass. And then you hear him clump up the stairs to the rear deck. And you all have your tasks to do. So, the question then becomes, my friends, how are you going to do your tasks today? And who wants to go first?
Me.
Hang
Hard
on,
work.
Is my task actually just making sure that Miri does his task?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Oh no.
Walk behind him with a whip.
Oh no. Oh no.
This will be fun.
Will it?
I feel like Master Scourge has found a way to turn the tables on you two. And it wasn't even on purpose, which is best. Alright, so Holt. You're going to work diligently today?
Yes. This is a very important job, so...
It is indeed. So, you spend your day taking orders from Narwhal, from the ship's wheel, and from Mr. Plug when he's on deck, dealing with raising and lowering the mainsail, and it's definitely, like, you've done this before, and it's a tough job on any given day, but you are very quickly realize how this heat under this hot sun, it's tough. So, it's going to be, the checks will be a little more difficult for this day. So the first thing I need from you, as you're working diligently and doing your job, is just a general strength check to sort of keep up with the physicality of this test, this task.
Boom.
All right.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. So, and because you are really focused and working hard, while it's really hot under the sun and you're probably dripping before the first hour is even up, you do, like, push through, and you don't falter as far as the task itself goes. You push yourself and you do a really good job. But as the day is coming to a close and you've really been exerting yourself, make me a constitution check. Has this kind of work can really take it out of you. All right. So so you feel pretty tired by the time you're done and just worn out and just almost on empty, but you're not completely exhausted from the day, just because you really kept yourself focused on the task and you didn't waste energy on unnecessary parts of the job. So while you definitely feel at the end of the day like you want to kind of maybe drop, you haven't done any detriment to yourself physically, like no pulled muscles, no, you didn't get sunstroke, maybe it was a close call, you were out there for a while, but you feel okay, just exhausted, tired.
I'm really glad I have a physical character in this campaign, because I have to do so much hard work.
Hey, you're the one that won the job in the rigging.
Yeah,
that was
it's worked out pretty well.
But yeah, so all day long you are basically like, anytime anybody's on deck or wandering around, Holt is just diligently at task. Impressively so for today, especially in the heat. So who wants to do their task next?
I'll fish up some turtles.
You're gonna go turtle hunting?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So, you've got your net, you've got your harpoon,
Yep.
you got your treble hook,
Got my hat.
you have a parrot. You do have a parrot.
Yep, I got everything I need.
So, a couple of your
Probably have some
friends on the
biscuits for the
crew.
parrot.
What's that? Oh, the
Probably have
biscuits,
some
yes.
Extra biscuits. Yep.
Extra water rations to take with you because, it gets warm.
True.
And so Crimson and Badger will help take out and lower the boat down for you.
Right.
Set you up with pass the oars down to you one at a time. Make sure you have everything you need, some extra rope, and you tie the boat off to the rail up above. Like they fasten it off tight so that the boat stays pulled with the ship so you don't get lost. And yep, so you all watch who are on deck. So Holt, you see this as you're working. Bart out in a little boat, kind of out there, the ship sailing. They actually have you lower the sails while he's out there, so the ship's speed is a little bit less, so he doesn't get wrecked while it's going.
I would normally be paying a lot of attention to how he's doing, but I'm just working so hard. I think I'm just head down, focused on the job.
Excellent. So, and Bart, it actually is probably like maybe the best job you could have gotten, because the water washing over like as you're getting pulled along, it's a little bit of a relief in this. You can't really go for a full-on swim, but this is maybe the best you can get out of this. Nice. So, as you get settled in, you have all your tools on hand. Why don't you make me a survival check to see if you can locate enough turtles and catch enough turtles for this.
Bashava be with me. Or not Bashava, Besmara. Excuse me.
Oh no!
I want Bashava with me. Oh, come on. Oh my god, yes!
Wow.
Pirate Queen. Bless you.
So Bart, how do you do this, like catching these turtles with as you're out there like a pro?
Well, I think I'm just, standing by the edge of the jolly boat, keeping my eyes peeled. And when I see one, I have my net in one hand, my harpoon in the other. I'm like, watch this one, Pluck! And I, throw it out, pull it back in, get the turtle all wrapped up. Something like that.
Pluck flies out and lands on the back of the turtle in the net and is like poking at the net and poking at the turtle. Gotcha.
That's right. Can't escape Bart and Pluck now, can you?
Can't escape.
Nope, there's another one.
Get him. Get him. Fish stew. Fish stew. So yeah, so you spend a good portion of the day out there, you know, patiently waiting, taking your turn, taking your chances, and you collect up a decent number of leatherback sea turtles to bring in for cleaning and cooking. And you actually see Conchabar sort of watching at one point through the spyglass, and he sort of gives, "Good job!
Thank you, my friend!
Good quality shells, yes?
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
Knock on one of them.
Is he doing well? Good. Love turtles.
We're gonna eat good. Oh, shoot, I should have asked him to get me one. As a pet, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I've always wanted a turtle.
Oh.
Or shark, but sharks might eat me, I'm small. Oh, well. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, no, we're good. Nothing out there. At one point, Conjabar is, like, sighting down. He's like, "There's another one, Bart! Just wait for it. It's coming towards you.
Thank you, Conjabar!
You're welcome."
Haha, gotcha!
Rosie yells up into the crow's nest, "You're not supposed to be hunting turtles, you dummy." "Oh, yes, dear. No worries. Just watching for ships and sea creatures, krakens. You'll be the first to know if there's a kraken."
Look at
And,
this one, Shadow. Wow.
And that goes on for most of the day. So though Holt, you're working very diligently. There is some entertainment apparently from Bart and Conchabar's turtle hunting expedition here. And as the day is going on, we have Miri and Antoinette, who have been assigned a dual task.
Well, yes, indeed we have. So, Miri, what are you going to do?
Nothing. More than I absolutely have to. You're the one that got some good sleep. Maybe you should do the running and I can watch you.
What's it worth to you?
Nothing. Not getting into trouble. For you. Because if I don't do it, then you get in trouble.
But you also get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess we'll both get in trouble.
Okay.
So are you both going to shirk your duties today?
Yep.
So you're not doing any of it?
I'm shirking them. I'm not ignoring them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being very slow. Instead of running between stations, I'm kind of leisurely walking, taking my time. Message will eventually get there.
I would like to, every time Master Scourge is looking over, I would like to pretend that I'm doing stuff. But also I'd like to... Go on.
No, go ahead. Snickering.
I'd also like to slink away at one point just to check on my barrel.
All right, so we're definitely going to say that the two of you are both shirking duties today in different forms. Yep. So, Miri, where are you going to shirk your duties while Antoinette is going off to do her own thing and not keeping an eye on you?
Well, I'm still going to do my job. I'm just not going to do it very well. So wherever the messages take me, I'll be making my way from point to point. Just slow and...
Okay. So we'll go with... So Antoinette, you sort of take and follow Miri for a little bit and then find your moment when eyes aren't on you and slip downstairs, down into the hold and to the trap door that leads down into the bilges to go check on this secret stash that you've created. So, when you get there, I need you to roll me an athletics check to try to open the door, the trap door to the bilges.
Good Lord. I am not very athletic.
That is good enough, though. It takes you a little bit of, like, pulling on it and maybe like working your way around to find the right leverage to pull
It's
this thing
clearly
open.
because I had that good sleep last night.
It is. But you manage to pop the door open, and the square trap door, the ladder disappears down to the dark of the bilges. You hear a little bit of water sloshing around, which, you know, you've come to expect. What do you do?
Oh, I want to go down the ladder a little, and I
All
want to
right.
keep an eye out for my barrel.
Right. So, it's very dark down here. What are you doing as far as your eyesight? Do you have dark vision?
I do not have dark vision.
Okay.
I believe. Let me double check. No dark vision, just normal vision.
So, do you want to light up some light somehow, or are you going to just go down in the dark and try to figure out where it is using
I
your
don't
memory?
have anything. I don't have anything to make light, nor do I have any spells. Let me double check. Casting lightning down here probably wouldn't be the best idea. Let me just have a quick look. No, I have nothing to make light. So I am going to go down
Mm-hmm.
and find my way around. Hoping
Make a-
my eyes are going to adjust somehow and I'll see it.
Make a perception check, but with disadvantage.
Sure.
Nice. All right, so you climb down the ladder, and you start you get kind of like shin deep into this water down here, and you start sort of wandering
Lovely.
around blindly. You immediately like run into some of the crates and things that have been left piled down here. Just make me a dexterity saving throw. All right, so you run into the pile and you like hit the corner of the pile blindly, like kind of flailing about, and you hear like crates kind of start crashing down around you, and you sort of like dodge aside blindly, trying to stay out of the way. And there's some splashing. You get more wet from the water splashing on you, but you manage not to get like slammed into or buried under these crates in the water. And you know, your vision's you're starting to just kind of be able to see a little bit, you know, that shadowy like sight you get when it's dark, but there's maybe a little bit of light coming from the lantern that lights the hold up above. So you just adjust a little bit, and you see where you've rigged up your barrel and kind of like lashed it in the back over there. And it looks like you can see it. It looks like it's still there where you left it. It doesn't look like anybody has found it or messed with it at this point.
All right. I used the light that came down from the hold above to go back up.
Do you leave the crates and everything that fell over just splayed about down there?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So you climb back up and out.
As I'm climbing back up and my head goes through the trap door, I would like to have a look and see if there's anyone around.
Make a perception check.
$21.
All right, so you pop your head up through the hole and do like a look-see all around. And you do see up near the front of the hold, one hammock is still kind of up and sort of in the front there. And it looks like there's definitely something in the hammock. Maybe somebody's sleeping?
I would like to sneakily go up to it.
Make a stealth check.
I am super stealthily going up to the thing.
Yes, as your feet are making this
Bonk, bonk,
squelching
bonk,
sound
bonk.
because they are soaked from having been inside the bilges. So squelch, 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 squelch. Let me see.
But even though they're squelching, I'm like walking on my tiptoes, which kind of makes it worse with the way my boots are. So I look utterly ridiculous.
And it
While
makes a
being really
much more poignant squeak when you're on your toes than just the squelch of the full booted foot hitting the
It
ground.
really brings it out. It's fascinating.
And as you get almost to the hammock, you hear... And a large half-orc head sort of peeks up and over and, like, eyeballs you. And an eyebrow raises. And you recognize Jaundice. He just kind of stares at you from the hammock. Just his head now kind of peering out from where he's at.
Are you shirking your duties?
He shakes his head no.
Are your duties to sleep in your hammock?
He nods.
Really? How'd you get that job?
Do you see his shoulders come up?
Who do I have to be friends with to make that happen?
He picks his nose.
That
Kind of inspects it. Flicks at it.
Oh,
Flicks it. Wipes it
That's
inside the hammock.
delightful. Lovely. I sort of take a half step back. Would that be reasonable that he is actually doing this as his job?
You don't think so?
Okay.
You will say you
He's
do.
just he's worked the night shift. He's sleeping because he worked the night shift. It all checks
Clearly.
out.
Clearly. Alright. Look. I won't tell anyone if you won't tell anyone.
Roll a persuasion check. As he raises an eyebrow at you.
Oh my god, it's actually a skill I have some plus in.
I mean, you're pretty
It
sure he's
doesn't
not going
help.
to talk to anyone.
It doesn't
I think
help.
now's a perfect opportunity for me to have to come down to pass a message to the kitchen.
Now you can be at Bart. Miri can be pretty much wherever because Antoinette is down on the lower deck, so the deck below the kitchen. When this is happening,
Would I hear them talking as I walked by the stairs
I'll
going
say you need a perception check to see if you hear
Okay.
Antoinette talking. You definitely don't hear Jaundice talking.
Yes.
down? And of course, I'm at a disadvantage, so
Mm-hmm.
not that it matters.
So you're walking along, and the goats and pigs are at it again, chasing one another and making a cacophony of noise. And you don't hear a conversation coming from down below.
Okay, so I'll go and I'll pass my message to the kitchen. And then I'll go and I'll longingly look down the stairs to go downstairs, and then I'll look up. I don't have any messages right now, so I'm gonna try and sneak downstairs to hide underneath the stairs to get a few winks.
As you're looking up and then you go downstairs, you hear someone stepping on the stairs across the way. And you hear, "Hey, what you doing?"
Tawny?
She standing at the bottom of the stairs that go up to the captain's cabin. Miri,
Am I possibly within hearing distance?
you can make a perception check.
What are
I'm
you
gonna
doing
have
here,
a-
Tawny?
19 total.
All right. Let's see. She looks over. She goes, "Going to get a bite to eat for the captain. What are you doing here, Miri?"
I'm running messages, of course. It's my job for the day.
Oh.
You can ask Captain Scourge.
Captain
Or Mr.
Scourge.
Plug, or excuse me, Mr. Scourge.
Ah. Did he put you up to that? You know, he's got high dreams about what he's going to be able to do one day.
I'm
So
sure
did I
he
hear
is.
this?
Yeah, you hear it, and you also see Jaundice kind of look up at the ceiling.
I will go and look at Jaundice and I say, "I'm watching you." And then I want to casually walk up and I go, "Ah, yes, Captain Scourge, did he have another message?" Towards Miri.
Tawny leans on the railing and looks over. Captain Scourge too, huh?
I've heard him call himself that, yeah. Is that so unusual? I don't know, I'm new here.
Hmm.
Sorry, do I really know you? I don't know. Do I know you?
Oh, I don't
Tawny.
think we've had a face-to-face.
I'm Antoinette. Who are you?
I'm Tawny.
Oh, cool.
Tawny Taroon. Captain's cabin girl.
All right.
Most important member of the crew after the captain, don't you know?
Think highly of yourself, do you, Tawny?
Somebody's got to think highly of me. Why not me?
I can't really fault that logic.
So, you decided to hide in the captain's cabin while we were all actually out here dancing, and
Who's hiding?
you
It's
were.
comfy in there. It's cozy. It's,
Uh-huh.
I get a nice little bed. I don't have to sleep in a hammock. I get nice meals. I get, nice clothes and first dibs on treasures and things like that if I'm good and I do my job well. You have to aspire to be somebody important like me. And I'm also very kind. Talk to your friend Bart. That nice hat that I gave him. He understands. I scratched his back. He'll scratch mine. That's how we all get along here. Right? We're all friends here.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I like everyone except Miri, maybe.
I love you too, Kat. Antoinette. So, Tawny,
So, Miri.
what is it you want?
Oh, no. I'm just stretching my legs, coming down, grabbing a bite to eat, seeing if Fish Guts has anything interesting. He's kind of a mess, but when he's on point, he's a really talented cook. Don't tell him I said so. Sometimes some of the things he comes up with, especially when we've been out to sea a long time and you think, fish gruel again, fish. Oh no, he figured something else out. And you just got to be there. You have to be there when it happens. Because otherwise he's just a fat drunken mess and you just...
So why is Captain eating out of cycle?
Everybody likes a snack every now and then.
Oh.
This weather, you get warm, you get, tired, run down, you got to replenish.
Oh, okay.
You look
And what were you
tired.
doing? Yeah, I am a little tired. Well, I won't stop you. You're welcome to go to the kitchen. It's just over there.
Yeah, of course you won't stop me. Why would you stop me?
Ah,
How? Let me frame. How would you stop me? I mean,
I wouldn't. I have no
Exactly.
desire to stop you.
See, I knew we had an understanding. You're a smart one like that Bart.
Eh,
He's a smart one.
I
right.
suppose.
Well, I don't want to keep you from your duties. I don't want Master Scourge to be upset with you. You know how he gets when he's upset, and he's been in a right foul mood of late that I've noticed. He's really not happy. Lot of bad feelings going around.
Yeah. This whole curse of Slippery Sill. I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. I have to tell you, I'm really worried for you and some of the new members of the crew with this all going on right now, especially with what's coming up tomorrow. I'm really nervous for you.
I'm actually more nervous for the captain and the old crew. She knew them better than she knew us.
I know, but when there's something that affects the one member of a crew, it goes right down the line. And tomorrow, y'all have a big day tomorrow, and if things went bad, I mean, somebody could get seriously injured or hurt, is what I'm saying. And we're really short-handed with her passing on the way she did. Besmara rest her soul, and I just think, and she's restless like that. I mean, she could, in life, Syl was likely to take that out on anybody, so I don't think she's just going to be picky about anybody. I think if she's going to go to town, we're not long for this world if Syl's coming after us. I've just kind of settled myself to that fate. I mean, if she's coming, you know how bad she was. Like, you know, right? The things she did.
Not really. I didn't know her very well.
Oh, she had to go out to sea. The reputation she left behind. I mean, the body count she left behind is, I mean, yeah, it was impressive by many standards.
Oh,
What's the word? It's prolific. She was prolific in what she did.
oh, very prolific was she.
Mm.
As the stairs under her become icy.
Oh. Let's see how Tawny fares.
I love that. Oh,
And she's got to see that casting, right? She's looking
It's a
right at him.
It's semantic. It's just I talk with my hands anyway.
I don't know.
It's just a natural part of my movements.
I don't know.
Well, do me a favor. Do roll a sleight of hand, because you are, like, right in front of her. Oh, God, she falls.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Good job.
All right, so,
With
yeah, so
disadvantage,
she's too busy, falling down the steps. Like, she is in mid-sentence, and she was talking and kind of, you know, oh, yeah, and then all of a sudden, whoa! And just, she's only at the bottom 2 stairs, but she goes down and, like, slams down, and just hits her tailbone. And she just, damn it! Ah! Like,
I'm gonna
picks
rush to her
herself up.
side and kneel down beside her. Are you okay?
My
Is there anything I
pride's
can do?
bruised. My pride is bruised.
Your pride? It
Yeah.
looks like more than your pride.
Yeah, funny.
Anything I can do to help?
No, I'm fine. Why is it... Oh, that's... You know, though. She, like, leans back, puts her hand on the ice, puts her... That's nice, though. Yeah, that's nice. You know, I
I'll
might
dismiss
actually
it.
sit here. Oh, son of a... You know, that was actually really comforting. Aside from the bruised ass I'm going to have in the morning, that was really comfortable in this heat. You know, hey, you know, honestly, I'm not against taking more of that. Like, hey, Syl, I'll follow my ass on some ice today. It's hot. It's uncomfortable. She
Can I
looks
help you
back
up?
at you. I mean, you should help me up. This is how we build friendships, and she puts out a hand for you to help her up.
I grab her hand and I pull her up and into my arms.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, sorry. You just jumped up so suddenly. I'm sorry.
All right. You know, you're going to get in trouble for not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I am
bet you
passing
there's-
messages.
I bet you there's been at least 3 people looking for you in the time you've been talking to me.
Well, don't you have a message you want me to pass to somebody?
Tell Bart that I hope he's enjoying the hat.
Okay, I can do that. See, I'm doing my job. You helped me out.
Excellent. And also be real careful tomorrow. Just saying. You too,
What should I
over
be
there.
careful of?
You got, I'm telling you, I can't tell you specifics, but you all got big tasks going on tomorrow. Lots of hard work. You know, things are starting to ramp up, if you haven't noticed. Like, we're moving out into the real business of what this is all supposed to be about. We got to get on with this.
Oh,
And-
so you don't know what's going on? Because I thought you knew everything.
Oh, I know. I'm not telling you exactly what's going on tomorrow. Surprise is important, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think surprise is kind of overrated. I think if you actually knew, you'd tell us.
Really? Do you really think so? Do you think... see, we're not that close yet, Antoinette.
Well, I mean, if you're keeping secrets from me, how are we going to get close?
So no, see, it's just not my business to specifically say. You know?
I mean,
you know
you
how that
have
works?
just been saying quite a lot.
Well, I get lonely sometimes and like to chit chat.
Yeah, I sense a conflict. Like, I feel like I feel like it's
You're-
just easier if you tell us.
You're welcome to come down and chat with me anytime you want, Tommy.
She looks at Miri. She looks at Antoinette. She's like, "Well, be careful of the slippery deck." Huh, slippery sill. Maybe you're onto something. She like turns and heads for the galley door, and she turns back and goes, "Better get a move on. I got work to do. You got work to do. Tell Bart I say hi."
I will.
And she just
And
gives this
I'll-
little grin.
And I'll walk past her right to the or actually Bart's up on top, isn't he?
He's out in his little boat getting
Okay.
turtles.
So I'll go up on deck looking for Bart.
All right. So we'll say as you've been running messages and things, but you both have been doing other things or doing it slowly. I do want you to roll for me. I will need you both to roll. Let's see. Oops, wrong button. So acrobatics checks.
All minor disadvantage.
And, Miri,
Indeed.
did you mean me and Miri? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yes, indeed, you do fall short of completing a lot of the tasks. Like you find as the day wears on and you're running about that more and more people are getting impatient as you're not where they expect you to be to let someone know something's going on or to pass a message or bring them information. And both of you need to roll me a constitution check. Both of you, by the end of the day of all this running and things like that, even though Miri definitely was trying to take it easy, as you do this, you find you both are very tired, and you both take a level of exhaustion from this exertion. So Miri is really starting to struggle by the later part of the day before the last ship's bell is getting ready to sound. And as it sounds, everyone starts to kind of finish up their tasks and start to sort of congregate on deck again for the night's meal, and hoping for now that the sun is starting to set, a little bit of reprieve from the oppressive heat of the sun being out all day. And as the day is ending, they start pulling in the line for Bart to pull the little boat in so that you can bring in your turtle collection. Why don't you roll me a d6? Let's see how many turtles. Actually, I'll have you roll me 2d6 and take the better roll because you did really well. That's pretty
Four and
good.
a rat. Come on.
So you brought in 4 of them. 4
Two on
really
my
good
shoulder.
size. Yep. And 2 turtles over each shoulder and a parrot on your cap.
Mm-hmm.
As Pluck has been
Living the life.
hanging out with you most of the day. You seem to enjoy getting away from the doldrum of the skeleton. Yes, 4 turtles. Should we name them? No, don't name them.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. All right, so the ship's bell does sound, signaling the end of the work day. Those that are going to work and do some tasks in the evening, they're collecting their dinner before they head up to begin their work. And the rest of you are kind of now free to go about your activities for the evening, grab your food. Fish Guts comes up with the prepared food because Bart was busy all day. Takes a look and sees Bart with his turtles and gives a nice satisfied nod.
There's so many turtles.
Heck yeah, it is.
Good
We are
job.
damn lucky to have you on this ship.
Oh, but thank you.
I have a message
Alright.
for you though, Bart.
Oh?
Really?
From Tawny.
Oh,
What does she want?
no.
And I pass him the message of how good he is.
Oh. Oh, well. Huh. Well, thank you, Miri.
Weird.
But I'm tired.
I should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, you look like you worked hard today. You should take a rest.
I have to go get these turtles downstairs, though. My goodness. Look at this one. This one
I'm
has
gonna
such a
go
cool
with you.
shell.
I want to bring Albert that bucket of water. Like he hasn't. If he's not gotten anything all day, then he's gonna need to drink.
And give some turtle, too. Dang. I could make, like, a turtle shell, like, breastplate for him if we really wanted. Shoot.
That would be real cool.
Those are amazing. I love turtles.
Sandara leans over and says,
I take one from you to help you carry them, and I'm like,
No,
how
thank
about
you.
that? Do you want to be a breastplate? Do you?
she says, pretty soon you could have a whole suit of turtle armor if you do so well on your next turtle collection trip.
The Turtle Knight.
Can you imagine that? Oh my god.
I see a theme, Bart.
It's probably lighter than steel. So
It's true. Reinforce it a little bit. Be perfect.
Maybe you have a future in designing your own unique arms and armor.
Like turtle armor line. Maybe.
Everyone has to have their niche, you know.
Maybe.
you can combine it with a restaurant. You could have like an armory and a restaurant. No part goes to waste.
Good point. Stowing that away.
You want to make it a bit creepy, have little tanks with little baby turtles. Just saying. It's a little creepy in the end.
That's grim, but yeah,
A little.
maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
but I think it passes along that whole, every life is important, but every life should serve a purpose even when it's over.
All right, yeah, I can see that. Okay.
Whole circle thing going.
Yeah, you have
Everything-
a feature in the restaurant that the kids could feed the baby turtles.
And then they can eat them later. They can eat their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even
Fun for
sell
the
baby
whole
turtles.
family.
I mean, you could sell little children baby turtles to take home. Here's one for you, and
That's true. That's true. We could. When I have my
Children
own ship.
generally don't make very good pet owners.
Well,
Like, you know how many dogs there were on the streets? Loads of them. Cats too.
you could definitely teach these children a valuable lesson by displaying the very docile little baby turtles, and then when you sell them a turtle, send them home with a snapping turtle and see how it turns out. That would be entertaining.
That is horrible. They try to cuddle with little turtles and it bites their finger off.
Well, I mean,
Get a hook
they'll
finger.
certainly learn something from that, I think. Not saying what, but something.
something. That is most definitely true, Sandara. Most definitely true.
I mean, I think life's full of lessons. It's everything teaches you something. It's just you have to look for that hidden meaning of why. And you have to be looking for the signals all the time for when it's time to move on to something else. If the baby
Have I
turtle
missed a
bites
signal?
you,
Is this code? You're trying to give me a hidden message?
I just want you to be aware and keep your eyes open, Holt. Things can
Right.
life
Don't
life
let the
can
snapping
change
turtle
in an
bite off your
instant.
finger.
It's true. Life can
feels like
change in an
foreshadowing.
instant. It so quickly can become something so unexpected. I mean, a handful of weeks ago, I was living dry land, little cottage of my own, and then, well, now I'm here. Just saying.
You don't think you'll be here tomorrow?
Oh, that's not up to me.
Or is it the goddess again? You late on your payments?
Oh, I mean, the goddess, or if I meet a sticky end from someone else, well, oops. You never know. But no, I think, who knows, I could pass away in my sleep from this god-awful heat.
It is quite warm. Have you been
Hopefully
drinking
it's-
enough?
Oh, yes, I'm mostly well hydrated. I'm gonna get some more water now, but...
No, good.
Oh, and don't forget your rum rations. Oh, there they are. All laid out
I'm
in
not
that...
drinking alcohol in the heat. That makes it worse.
I know, but... rum is really... I wish we had a better rum, though. This is just kind of the swill. Ugh. I can't wait to get to land somewhere, find a port, go to a good tavern or bar, really enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
One day.
We can, like, sell our rum and buy better rum.
Oh, I don't know if they'll do that, but we'll see. Oh, I've heard tomorrow's going to be fun for you all.
Really? Why?
I think I might join in as well. Oh, we're going to practice boarding for future endeavors, I hear.
Yeah, that's good news.
You're gonna need to use grappling hooks and rope and this is the fun part, I've been told. So they take a couple of you out in the small boat and then those few that are out in the small boat have to use the grappling hooks and the rope, and they throw them back at the ship. And the point obviously is to get a grapple with the rope, tie it off.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And then you've got to climb across the rope and get to the ship. But here's the best part. Some of us that are left on the ship, we're going to throw things at you and try to knock you off your rope into the drink.
No, it doesn't sound so fun anymore.
Well,
That
I mean,
doesn't
it's supposed
sound
to...
fun at all.
It's supposed to simulate the whole, oh no, we're trying to board another ship and these people are shooting arrows and throwing daggers and things at us. I mean, I'd rather get hit with a rotten head of lettuce in practice and learn how to avoid it than to actually, like, take an arrow to the head while I'm climbing across the rope.
What are they going to throw at us? Because, like, everything on boat is, like, valuable and, like, has a purpose.
Oh, they've got
Is
some
it going to be
things.
feces? Please no.
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to be, no. Oh, gosh. You know, Holt, sometimes I think you really go, like, worst case scenario, like, you, like, bypass
that's the first thing I would think of that has no purpose being on the boat.
I would agree, I would totally agree with you on that. I mean, 100% definitely doesn't have a purpose being on the boat. But, honestly, I don't think it's appropriate to throw it at our fellow crew members, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think it's more like I was thinking, like any of the rotten food that's gone bad, any random garbage, empty. There's a few that like to throw empty bottles. You know, to really give you a
That's gonna
challenge.
hurt.
And you know, when you get closer, I've heard that you know, some people like to try to completely douse you with big old buckets of the bilge water to sort of throw you off the rope at the last minute. I think that simulates if they come at you with, like, hot oil or something.
I thought they only did that with castles.
Well, you know,
Do
some
we
people
have
are
hot
very...
oil?
We don't. But some people are very, like, creative. Some of these, you know, other ships and the things that they do to avoid being taken by a pirate ship, you'd be surprised.
Do you have any, like, magic tricks for, like, repelling borders?
Oh, do I? I mean, I have a few things up my sleeve that I could do. I mean, I could tell them to jump off the rope, and sometimes they listen to me.
That'd be fun.
I can make it really, really, foggy and hard to see so that it's hard for them to maneuver along their rope because they can only see so far in front of them, and it gets really, they can't see projectiles coming toward them, and then you just bombard them through the mist, and they can't dodge them because they can't see them coming. And a few things like that.
We also have trouble aiming if we can't see them.
Well, I mean, that's when you really go for, like, quantity over accuracy. I mean, if you throw enough things, you're going to hit something.
All right.
It's just a thought. But, I mean, it just... Honestly, I really want, but I don't think they would. I would love if they had someone like Master Scourge show you how it's done. I want to hit him in the head
He's
with a
not
rotten
gonna
head
do
of
that.
lettuce. No,
He's
but,
not
you
gonna
know,
do that.
it would have been nice. I could pray for it tonight and see if the goddess feels like giving us a blessing, but...
Well, I'll volunteer tomorrow. I need a practice, and it does sound like fun, even though, you know, we get stuff thrown at your head. I'll be all right. I'll bring my helmet. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's better than some of the tasks we've been doing over the last few weeks, so...
Yeah, I'm excited to get ready to like learn how to fight. The
Agreed.
only training I've gotten is that little fist fight I had with what's his name? Phipps.
Oh,
And that wasn't really all that exciting.
he's got quite a temper. He's
I think we're
unhappy.
best mates now.
Oh.
So long ago. I'm sure
Really?
he's forgotten all about it.
I mean, if you say so. I don't know. He seems to be, he's a bit of a sour apple. On a good day.
Maybe we should throw him at, the people that are boarding the ship, right? Because, rotten fruit.
I will say he's probably going to be one of the ones lined up to throw at those on the ropes. I think he takes some joy in that.
I want to
Yeah,
be the
you're
one
right.
to throw things at people on the ropes.
Oh, you'll get to. When you're not in the boat actually crawling across, then you get to play the part of the assaulters from the ship. So it'll be
You
good.
look tired, though, Miri. Are you going to be all right if you have to climb the rope?
No, that's why I want to throw stuff.
Oh, you're gonna have to do both, Miri.
Then
Just
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, you do that.
And I'm going to crawl downstairs and...
Get some rest, Miri. I hope you feel better.
I'm going to curl up under the stairs behind the barrels of gunpowder where nobody can see me.
Do you want to make a stealth check to see how well you curl away and hide?
Sure, me and stealth. They get along so well, especially at disadvantage.
Yes. So well, I mean, for yourself, you think that you crawl in real comfortably. You maybe don't notice because you're so tired and you maybe start to doze off pretty quickly. Owlbear sort of looking between the cracks and like watching to see what you're doing curiously before you settle in, and then he gets bored and goes back to just poking at the floorboards at his feet.
All right.
I'm
And
literally going to go
I do
to
give
sleep.
him that bucket of water.
When you do, he sticks his whole head in it for a while and kind of plays in the water and like splashes himself with it, drinks some of it, but sort of is enjoying the freshness of it, as he does look like he's rather uncomfortable and luckily, I mean, he only wears like his ripped off pants and he doesn't have a shirt, so he's not too bad off, but it's pretty warm down here, so he seems to appreciate it.
Be
He'll give you
careful
a big
sticking your
meaty
head in the
pat.
bucket. If it gets stuck, you're going to be real upset.
He smiles at you, and this time he just sticks his face in just enough where he can like blow like raspberries in the water.
That's good. All right. You have fun with that, and I'll tap him on the shoulder. And
As you walk away, you get splashed with like a hand cup full of water,
you rascal.
and he just smiles at you, and then scoops more water and drinks it.
No, that's good. No, I'll just notice Miri, and then I'll be telling everyone, all right, be a bit quiet. Miri's sleeping behind these barrels. Take it easy. Don't know why.
So does
He just
anyone
likes it
do?
back there.
Yeah. Does anyone stay up to do anything else as far as evening activities, or?
There's two things. So Jaundice, at the end of the day, when all the work was done, what was he doing?
Make a perception check to see if you see jaundice.
Absolutely.
If he's still in his hammock, that's going to be like a sign that he's like depressed or something.
12 total.
Yeah, so you did not notice jaundice up on deck at the end of the day.
So as I was looking for him and didn't see him, I would just super quickly like to pop down just to see if he's still in the hammock.
You pop down, and he is in fact still in the hammock. He didn't come out from the hammock today.
Who does he normally hang out with?
He is usually kind of the big shadow behind Phipps and Areta and Shivka and Mahim and that group.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
So
been
he's
talking to
usually-
me a lot lately. So
What are they up to?
They're just doing their usual. They sticking together, having their meal. Maybe rolling some dice now, like on top of a crate, just minding their business.
Rolling dice, crazy thing.
Dice are crazy,
who would
man.
do that?
I don't know who uses dice. I don't know who needs any dice ever in any kind of game. Let me tell you,
Nice.
no
Completely
need for
worthless.
dice.
Games of chance at the devil's work.
I got some nice new metal ones recently. They're
Dice
very
are
exciting.
fun.
Anyway, dice terrible. And the other thing, what was the other thing I was going to do? I can't even remember. No, that got away. I was thinking of dice, and it went away. Oh God, I had to do things on it. I genuinely don't remember.
So-
So yeah, I think I'll probably go for a sleep as well. How is my favorite magic woman doing? You know, the one with half the hair gone.
You have not seen. You didn't see Peppery today. Like Peppery was out on deck the day before during the whole like singing songs and things like that, and even bobbed and danced on like sitting on the railing at the back of the ship while everybody else was doing it. So, but today she's been absent. So your assumption is probably that she's back in her little closet room doing whatever she does in there.
Okay. As I'm walking down to the hammock to have my sleep, I would like to linger outside her door for some time. If there's many people walking past, I'll carry on walking. If not, I'll do with the first couple pretend to tie my shoes or something. You know, like pull up my boots.
Sure. Why don't you just roll me a deception check to kind of be nonchalant, like you're not up to anything. Nice. So,
Wow.
once again, most people do seem to be like going downstairs early for the evening. A lot of people seem really worn out. So even though it's a little odd when you sort of slow and stop, they don't pay you a lot of mind. And when you like start fixing your boot and messing with your boot, they just sort of ignore you and keep going down the stairs. Bart, what are you doing at that point? Like, are you going downstairs or are you doing anything else on deck at this point?
I don't think I'm doing anything on deck, but I think when I bring the turtles back and like we prep them for dinner and stuff, I think I'm going to use my cunning artisan racial to make another shield.
All right, so Bart has
I'm
gone
going
to...
to keep this one.
Excellent. So you're hard at work in the kitchen to get ahead for tomorrow to get the turtles and cleaned and... All right, so yeah, so Antoinette, you are quickly sort of left on your own, kind of on the at the top of the stairs outside this doorway into Peppery's small space.
Okay. Hang on, I'm just trying to see it on the map on Roll20. Is it on there?
It is the space that is noted as A4A. It is literally this tiny little space.
Got
Like-
it.
Yeah.
And the way I would be walking up and down would be A4?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. 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 Right. So the next deck down is what's that deck?
So the deck below that is the deck where it's like the cargo hold and the galley is down there, the quartermaster store, and fish gut and cutthroats room is down there.
And just below that, it's all the hammocks, and below that's the bilge. Right, got it.
Indeed.
I would like to make a terrible life decision.
Oh.
Okay.
And a minor illusion, the sound of Syl's scream. From where I am, so I'd like to go just below where it says the A4 on that map, and sort of throw it down the stairs so it's sort of hearable. Audible is the word I'm going for. Audible. Both from where the hammocks are as well as the galley deck. I want to make sure, and I will look around before I do this, that there's no one nearby.
All right. So make a perception check.
And then once I've done this, I would like to... That's a 12. Once I've cast that, I would like to sort of quickly rush up the stairs back to the main deck, but only a little bit, so that I can then polter down the stairs and go, what was this? You know, like ham it up a bit.
All right. So I think with that scream and you quick look around to make sure nobody's looking and you don't see anyone, I think we will close on that and come back to this loud shriek of Slippery Sill screaming down the stairs and across in this room, in this space.
Just out of curiosity, where is Miri at the moment on the map?
Miri had gone down to go to bed. So Miri
Oh,
would be
you've gone
down.
to bed. I
Miri.
think you've gone somewhere else, Miri.
Oh no, Miri is at the. That's right. Miri went to bed, but Miri is
right.
down
Those
underneath
stairs.
those stairs. So Miri's
Yeah.
down below underneath those stairs, hiding amongst the gunpowder.
Yes.
And I'm also there, ushering people past him to make sure they don't wake him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, you're not going to get any sleep. Sorry,
Right.
not sorry. I mean, I'll be honest.
Oh my.
You awake was not my priority here. But
Yeah.
it was a little factor in this, a little payback factor. You
I like it. So yes.
I don't.
So on the shrill scream, rising scream of Slippery Sill, we're gonna call it an evening, and we're gonna go around and do some plugs and say goodnight. So we'll come back next time for more fun. So why don't we start with, hey Brad, what's going on?
Not much. Just enjoying the shenanigans here and having fun. Making Slippery Sill come back to life in so many different ways.
So many.
And I'm so tired.
Very tired.
So exhausted.
Poor Miri. All right, and how about Kat? What do you have going on? Anything good?
No, none. No online games. I do recommend everyone play Savage Worlds. I DM'd my first home game last week, and also, I don't get paid for these at all. But I've recently started playing Divinity 2: Original Sin, which is a game on Steam. It was on Steam sale recently, and anyone who's looking for any kind of D&D like video game, it is by far the most like one. I'm playing it on co-op, best co-op experience I've ever had in a game. It's a brilliant game. I recommend it. So if you're looking for any new video games, Divinity 2: Original Sin.
Awesome. That sounds like fun. And I have to look it up. I wrote it down. And how about PaladinHulk? What do you got going on?
Hi everybody, I'm PaladinHulk. I'm a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday and Little Red Dot, and I will be playing the finale of my Masks game this Friday.
Ooh.
I have no idea how it's the finale all of a sudden, or how that's gonna work, because it doesn't feel like we're at the finale. So, you know, it's exciting to see how that's gonna pack out. I've also got my Blades in the Dark hack for Watchmen coming up on Tales from the Grim. We're gonna be doing session 0, I think, this week or next week. Characters are really coming together, and yeah, I'm exciting. We're gonna go to Cuba and be government agents. It's gonna be weird, political, fighting the Russians kind of a thing. So
It's pretty awesome.
yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I
Excellent.
just got back from Rollfort and that was really fun. So yeah.
I didn't know there was a Roll for It con, and now I do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's a very informal meetup.
hey, good times though, right?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. And how about Dylan? What do you got going on?
Hey, I'm Dylan. Well, I can also recommend playing Savage Worlds because I am running an Eberron campaign using Savage Worlds. Which, by the way, Eberron just got a hardcover book that came out last month, and it's only like my favorite D&D setting. So I can recommend that too. Yeah. I mean, I have another game that happens on Saturdays with Jeanette, but we haven't been able to play it in a while. So we'll let
That's
you
been
know
on
when it
hold.
comes back. You know?
Yep,
And the madness continues.
it's true. I'm still an old lady standing in front of the
You're still
Santa
an old
Claus
lady,
waiting to see
yes.
what happens. Like, oh, talk about cliffhanger. Great cliffhanger.
The longest cliffhanger ever. Yeah.
Yep. Indeed. And I'm Jeanette. I very much enjoy the Skull and Shackles game. This is a lot of fun. And you can find us playing this every other week here at 4:30 p.m. on Sundays, Eastern Time. This week on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here, we should be having our first session of a new Call of Cthulhu campaign set in the Old West. And so that'll be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. And the following Monday at 7 p.m., I'm going to have a second Call of Cthulhu campaign, also in the Old West setting, because I had a lot of fun players who wanted to play the game, and I decided I'll run two. I can handle
why not?
this. So they're going to be on alternating weeks, like this game is on Sundays. So every other Tuesday and every other Monday, starting this week and the following week. So that should be fun.
Do the two groups share a universe? Or-
Maybe they might. I haven't. You know, they are in a general like area where they're close to each other. So maybe things that happen in one could potentially affect another and back and forth.
Intriguing.
Yeah, so I
Interesting.
mean, it could be fun. And you can also find me every other Saturday night on Scotty Hood's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're playing through The Ghost of Saltmarsh. It's super fun. It's one of my favorite characters. I love monks. I didn't know I'd love monks so much, but I love my monk. And yeah, you know.
Monks are very, very cool.
Well, not only that, but my monk, when you get to witness the Titanic moment between two giant spiders that you befriended one and helped the other one, you know, you just feel good about yourself. Just saying. So yeah, I think that's everything I have going on right now. So thank you, everyone, all of you for playing. Thank you for those who have watched and who catch us
Thank you
later
for-
on.
Thank you for running it.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
I love this.
Yes,
This
thank
is so
you,
much
Jeanette.
fun.
Mhm.
Great.
And I hope everyone had a great holiday, and I hope everyone has good time moving into the holidays later in December. Everybody take care of each other out there. You know, holidays can get crazy, but they're fun. And yeah, so we're good. We're gonna go, and we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Thank you, and good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
About it.